Dr. John F. McMaster is this year's recipient of the Pamela P. Bensen Trailblazer Award. Dr. McMaster was nominated for the Pamela P. Bensen Trailblazer Award for his decades-long leadership and dedication to advancing emergency medicine in Kansas, often in the absence of early support or established role models. As a long-standing member of the Kansas Chapter Board and a counselor for over 30 years, he not only served, but inspired others to follow. He became a tireless advocate, recruiter, and mentor, spreading the value of emergency medicine by example and humility. His influence extended beyond state lines, impacting medical students who trained in other programs but returned to Kansas to continue the legacy he helped build. Colleagues describe Dr. McMaster as someone who works quietly behind the scenes, forming genuine friendships, uplifting others, and always placing the specialty above self. In this way, though steadfast service, modest leadership, and a deep commitment to people, he embodies the very spirit of Dr. Pam Bensen herself. FACEP is proud to award this year's Pamela P. Bensen Trailblazer Award to Dr. John F. McMaster.
I'm truly humbled by this honor. Before and during medical school, I envisioned a career in family medicine, caring for individuals from cradle to grave. But that all changed in May of 1982 during my final rotation, an emergency department elective at LSU Shreveport. Back then, emergency medicine was just emerging. Our emergency department at LSU Shreveport was staffed by a third-year surgery resident and a senior medical student. And during that month, I learned that emergency medicine was becoming a new specialty. I had already matched and started my postgraduate training in family medicine at a new, rural, unopposed residency program in Monroe, Louisiana in July of 1982. After passing the FLEX exam just weeks after graduation, I received my unrestricted medical license in August of 1982. That winter, I took my first moonlighting shift, Christmas Eve, in a rural ED. Just 5 months into internship, I stepped into a 12-hour shift, terrified but determined, with the second edition of Judith Titanelli's emergency medicine text in my briefcase. During residency, I met a general surgeon studying for the emergency medicine board exams, and with the experiences at LSU EA Conway and multiple moonlighting shifts, I became increasingly drawn to emergency medicine. In 1982, I joined FACEP, read the annals cover to cover, and saw emergency medicine as my calling. Upon completing my residency in 1985, I returned home to Wichita, Kansas. With no mentors locally, I relied on FACEP to guide my continuing education. I became the first ABEM certified emergency medicine physician working in both of Wichita's Level 1 trauma centers. In the early years, emergency medicine's role was still contested. I was told not to reduce dislocations, call ortho. Don't give thrombolytics in the ED, call cardiology. Ultrasound, that was radiology's territory. EMTALA had just arrived and no one quite knew what to do with it, but I stayed persistent, advocating for what emergency medicine should be. None of this would have happened without the foundation of FACEP education, mentorship, and family. I owe a debt of gratitude to my colleagues, teachers, nurses, and the patients who shaped my career. But most of all, I thank my wife Nancy, my partner of 50 years. From a fateful fraternity party where she kicked sand in my beer to flying with me as a newly minted pilot in a Cessna 150 in college, she's been my rock, my guide, and the heart behind this career. She raised our 3 incredible children and gave me unwavering support to pursue my calling. Special thanks to Dr. Nick Girillis for nominating me for this honor, Drs. Doug Hill and Jeff Norvell, and all of my Kansas FACEP colleagues and practicing emergency physicians. I must also recognize my youngest and most capable colleague, Dr. Brian McMaster, my son, who now practices emergency medicine in Orlando, Florida. He represents the future of this specialty, and I couldn't be prouder.